Hey guys, what's going on? It's Matty Collins back with another video here, and in today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be talking about Nikon, which we've never done on this channel, and for a good reason, because much like Squid Games in terms of autofocus, they are the odd man out compared to the likes of Sony and Canon.
And what happens to that one?
What do you think? They'll be out and they'll get killed.
I still need a partner. Hold on, where'd they go? Took my partner!
All horrible jokes aside, we are going to be talking about the Nikon Z9, which I'm actually pretty excited about, and then we're going to be comparing it to the already existing digital SLR, Nikon D6. If you guys are suckers like me for new camera gear, new releases, and rumors, you've come to the right place. And if you could leave a like for that horrible Squid Games reference earlier, that would go a long way in helping my channel. In today's video, when comparing the D6 and the Z9, we're going to be talking about the following topics: the release date, the price, the video resolution, the photo resolution. We're going to be talking about the autofocus, body, battery life, and storage. I know it's really easy to hate on Nikon these days, but much like your ex-girlfriend, if you dig deep enough, there are some redeeming qualities. The Nikon Z9's redeeming features would be: 1, it shoots 8K with no record limit, so no overheating, and we saw that in the teaser video. And then also, the storage. It's rumored to shoot on 2 CF Express cards. All right, so first let's talk about release dates. So on May 21st, 2020, just after the pandemic, Nikon released a digital SLR camera called the D6, and it's great for wildlife and sports photography. The Z9, while it doesn't have an official release date, it does have some teasers out right now, and it's expected by the end of 2021. Next, I know you guys want to talk about price, so the D6, when it was launched in 2020, came in at $6,500 US, and there's been rumors or talk about the Z9 coming in at $6,500 or $7,000. I could see it on the higher end, and then the D6 probably going on sale shortly after the release of the Z9. Let's talk next about video resolution. So the D6 is not really known for its video capabilities, as it only shot 4K at 30 frames per second. The Nikon Z9 is going to be shooting 4K at 120 frames per second, and everyone's talking about the teasers that were released, and as mentioned in this video already, it can shoot 8K with no record limit, meaning it's not going to overheat. This is super competitive with the likes of the Sony A1 and the Canon R3. Next, let's talk a little bit about the photo resolution of these two cameras. Starting first with the D6, it came in at 21 megapixels and shot 14 frames per second. This is a little bit underwhelming compared to what's rumored on the Z9. It's rumored to shoot at 30 frames per second and a 45 megapixel sensor. Comparing this to something like the Canon R3 that just came out with a 24 megapixel sensor, they called it something in the sweet spot. Nikon's is going to be substantially higher and easier to crop in on photos at 45 megapixels. Next, let's talk a little bit about autofocus, where Nikon has historically struggled. So first, let's talk about the D6. It really struggled to nail autofocus when using a telephoto lens. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the improved autofocus is on the mirrorless system that is the Nikon Z9, and the logical pathway for a D6 user to go into. None of the Nikon Z9 teasers so far have talked about improved autofocus, and this is a little bit worrisome, but we'll just have to see when the camera comes. Next, let's talk about the body of the Z9. So it looks pretty sexy, to be honest, but it doesn't look to have the custom buttons like the Sony A1 and the Canon R3, or as much custom buttons anyway. The other sad thing about the body is it looks like it probably won't have a fully articulating screen for video shooters. Next, let's talk about battery. So the Z9 is rumored to have a new battery, but a lot of rumors are talking about it being backwards compatible with the D6, because as we all know, the D6 batteries are quite expensive, and it would be a logical upgrade path for D6 shooters to just be able to pull their batteries if they bought extras and then move it along to the Z9 system. Lastly, let's talk a little bit about storage, and it looks like the Nikon Z9 is going to be able to record to 2 CF Express cards. So that about wraps up the video for today, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you made it this far in the video, you're a real one, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.